I want to play you a little bit of something you said last year.
I talk to President Biden, regularly. His mental acuity is great.
All I'm doing is removing what has been reported as an offensive sticker, okay?
Thank you for that very generous applause. It's okay. There are no election deniers on our side of the aisle.
Boy, here we go.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Sorry for the long break, but I'm here to make it up to you with 3 of what I think are the most jaw-dropping videos of the past week. Now, this is something I've been wanting to do every Sunday, so just let me know what you think about it in the comments. Number 3, the UK police have apparently gone full-blown Orwellian authoritarian against its own citizens.
All I'm doing is removing what has been reported as an offensive sticker, okay? And then I'll give you the stickers, okay? As you can see, it's undamaged, and you can have it back. It's not a problem.
So there's no damage to the vehicle?
No damage to the stickers, no damage to the vehicle. Okay? I tried to ask you to do it, and we're doing this because what we don't want to do, Mr. Thompson, is to prosecute you.
Prosecute me, fella.
Public order.
Prosecute me.
Well,
prosecute me.
No.
I think you got damn right liberty to tell you the truth, fella.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
We've tried to discuss.
You do?
I
think you got damn right liberty, mate.
Unfortunately,
I think you got damn right liberty.
Well, that is
You're
your
touching
opinion.
my property.
Yeah.
Well, you're causing offence in the public place.
You see what we're doing? Yeah. That's what's inside of the gentleman's van. This is the gentleman videoing us removing them undamaged from his van. Right, I'm more than happy, sir, if you want to take these into your property and add them to your collection, that is fine, okay? I will give you that opportunity. However, if they are placed back on the vehicle, then we will remove them permanently and they will be entered into evidence if we are looking to prosecute you. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying? So is that what you're going to...
Have a nice day, fella. Kiss him back in.
I think we need to seriously start asking ourselves if this is a country that we want to be allied with. In fact, the UK police commissioner recently and bizarrely threatened American citizens with extradition over online posts they find offensive.
I'm your huckleberry.
Free speech is an inalienable right, but the reason it's spelled out in our Bill of Rights is to avoid tyrannies like this, which I do admit is a creeping problem here in America that we are just barely fending off. The obvious flaw in logic here is that what is and isn't offensive is completely subjective and arbitrarily enforced by whoever has the guns. What if you're offended by the police and by extension their car decals? Well, that's completely different. What if you decide to remove those decals? Well, that also is different, and you would be put into a cage. Number 2, Democrat extreme Hakeem claims that he and Democrats are not election deniers. A human.
2 months ago, the American people elected Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America. Thank you for that very generous applause. It's okay. There are no election deniers on our side of the aisle. You see, one should love America. One should love America when you win and when you lose.
Seems to me that there's a cloud of illegitimacy that continues to hang over 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and that patriotic Americans have a responsibility to try to figure out what the heck happened in terms of the malignant tumor that seemed to have been embedded in that 2016 campaign. What did the president know?
Regular order.
When did he know it?
Regular order.
And how do we prevent this type of malignant activity from happening again?
I'm going to throw up.
All these people do is lie. I'm not going to go through the litany of Democrat election denial over the years, of which there is a lot, and that I condensed into a 5-minute video that I will link in the description and pinned comment. But I will quickly show you how full of crap extreme Hakeem Jefferies is.
There is a cloud of illegitimacy around the election of Donald Trump.
Russia interfered with our election attacked our democracy for the sole purpose of artificially placing someone at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. They were successful. There is clearly a cloud of illegitimacy hanging over 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that's growing bigger by the day. There's a cloud of illegitimacy that continues to hang over 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
So-called president of the United States. So-called president. So-called president. So-called president.
God! It's really no wonder Democrats lie so much when they get backing by the legacy media, which have apparently not learned their lesson yet, and are continuing to push false narratives despite them being rejected by both the public and the facts. Which brings us to number one on this Sunday's Meet the Press, and Kristen Welker trying to pass off the blame for lying about Biden's cognitive decline over to Chuck Schumer, who continues lying about it.
I want to play you a little bit of something you said last year. Take a look.
I talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity is declined is wrong.
Leader Schumer, what do you say to Americans who feel as though you and other top Democrats misled them about President Biden's mental acuity?
Well, look, we didn't. And let's look at President Biden. He's had an amazing record.
No.
And when he stepped down, he did it on his own.
Stop. You lying motherfucker, stop.
Do you feel, as we have this conversation today, that President Biden could serve another 4 years had he stayed in the race and potentially won?
Well, I'm not going to speculate, as I said.
Gee, I wonder why.
This clip is just wild to me on so many levels. Despite Joe Biden's decline being obvious to most of us going back as far as 2020, the media still chose to lie about it. Now they're trying to claim that they only said those things because that's what Democrats told them. Because they're too stupid and unprofessional to see what's right in front of their eyes. You see it here where she tries to blame Chuck Schumer, who only lied because he knew state media hacks like her would willingly toe the line for democracy. It's just crazy. It's a lie they continue telling themselves to justify their completely traitorous actions to protect Biden and Democrats from accountability, under the guise of just the facts reporting. What am I missing about these three clips? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe before heading out. Thanks a lot.